everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Long Live the Queen. The skills menu will just not go away. I must be ending every episode with, like, chilling out right here. Let's go back to sweet little Elodie, because we've got this frickin' amazing tux, and I want to check it out. I love that tux so much. Okay, back to the skills menu. What do we want to do today? We have a bonus? Yes. Wait. Yes, we're depressed right now, so we have the bonus in expression and animal handling. Probably means we'll just keep going on the thing that we've done for the past while. Maybe a little bit more accounting and a bit more horse handling, I think. Although we have failed a lot of checks recently that have involved intrigue, some of the conversation stuff, but obviously we can't do that right now, because it wouldn't be all that useful right now, seeing as it has such the major, negative. So I don't know. History is so frickin' important, but honestly, at this point, we might just be saying adieu to that. I don't know. For today, let's go ahead and do economics once again and animal handling. Definitely want to get that accounting as close to 75 as possible, so hopefully we'll be able to... Ah, nice, it's already set up for that. So hopefully we'll be able to get in and get our lumen crystal. 50. You learn about the concept of diminishing returns, a point after which spending more on a particular project fails to improve it as much as previous spending did. 60. You study taxation and learn about how past monarchs demanded too much and drove peasants into ruin in order to collect it. Other monarchs demanded too little and drove whole domains into ruin by lacking the funds to sustain and defend them. Once again, learning about some very good, interesting stuff for little Elodie. And nice, we got all the way up to 40 with horses. We're getting that bonus really high. 20. You learn about caring for horses, grooming with different brushes, and keeping hooves free of stones. That's one thing I always kind of wondered. Horses wear those horseshoes to protect their hooves, obviously, but I wonder, like, how often or how likely it is for stuff to, like, get crammed in there and stuff like that. That would be really, really painful. I've never really studied a horse hoof, though, so I don't really know exactly what they look like on, like, a really good detail or really detailed level, I guess I should say. 30. You learn about the different pieces that go into saddles and bridles, how to check for signs of wear, and how to equip and adjust them on a horse. I thought that sandals sounded weird. I was like, what the hell is this talking about? But of course, that's the one at fault. Just like always. 40. You learn how to mount and dismount a horse, first with a boost and then from the ground. Ah, new outfit! I was hoping we'd unlock a new outfit there. Get some weird, like, animal training outfit. As you are walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. Okay, we better succeed in this. Divination failed, falcons success. Thank God. An owl flying in the open in broad daylight? That's unusual. I wonder if something attacked it. When you return to the castle, your father is waiting for you. Okay, that didn't really do much. There is a woman here to see you. She wishes crown funding for a project. Once again, we better succeed in this. We even have our awesome tuxedo here to boost our needs, or our skills. Woman. Thank you for seeing me, Your Royal Highness. I come on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where any citizen afflicted with disease can be brought for treatment. Oh, no! Putting all the sick people together, wouldn't that make them die even faster? We are not interested! No! I thought for sure we were gonna succeed in that. Oh, poop. God damn it. Oh well, Stratusing pointed out something very, very interesting that I need to try to mess around with in this episode, because it's... If Stratusing was correct, then this could be very beneficial. Stratusing was saying that apparently attending the service brings a minus to whatever your highest mood is, rather than what I thought it was, which is always minus depressed. Which actually would make a lot of sense if I was wrong about that, because attending the service, would that necessarily minus depressed? I don't think that's the case. I think whenever I've scrolled over it, I've happened to be depressed. So let's go ahead and do that today. Then we could do it tomorrow as well and max out pressured like I want to. That should work out fine. Hooray! We attend the services in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. That's nice. Let's check out our new outfit. That's what I'm really excited about. A hunt coat. Interesting. That's pretty badass. I actually really should have realized that it probably would look like this kind of thing. This looks like one of those really fancy, not jockey outfits, but something you would see someone very rich or a member of royalty wearing while riding a horse or something like that. So honestly, that was actually a bit more expected than I originally imagined. Or I should say I should have imagined us wearing that, and I'm not too surprised by it, at least not nearly as I was by the tuxedo. So we'll go ahead and swap right back into that, because that's our... Oh my god, we're at 75. Why didn't I get the lumen crystal? God damn me. Oh well. We'll probably actually just take one more encounter just to make sure that we have enough and pick up that lumen crystal today. Let's also boost dogs, because dogs did have that one poison check, and I want to make sure that we can avoid poison. Well, oh god! I did not mean to click done. I thought, in my mind, like my subconscious mind, I thought done was back, and I was an idiot. That that's not horrible though, because that means we're just gonna keep on training horses instead of the dogs. But I really would have preferred to put it towards the dogs instead. But I don't know, this should be fine. 70. You study the standard operating costs of the domain's military and the amounts needed to commission new ships, soldiers, and knights. You study the art of laying customs duties and how those tariffs can affect the flow of goods in and out of the country. 50. You learn how to handle the reins and guide a horse around the field. 60. You practice different gaits, walking, trotting, catering, and galloping. Okay. You may now hunt on the weekends. Nice, we got one of those skills. We'll have to see how hunting affects us. Remember that the Festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. As queen, you will be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting, possibly give a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required, and it may not be safe to expose you to the public. What do you mean, not safe? Outside of the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now, decide later. There's a letter for you as well. It's from Bryony. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother's the Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kevin is absolutely furious about that woman's trial. Yeah, well, that dude's just a big old dick, so forget about that. He doesn't matter, Elodie, he's just a big old jerk. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. I really actually... this might be a little bit dark of me, but I wish we could, like, execute or imprison her uncle, or her father, whoever it was. Because, I mean, he just killed that lady in our courtroom. I feel like I should be able to do something about that. So let's see. Oh my god, they're not quite tied yet! That means we're gonna have another day of depression. Unless I can find some other way to do it. There wasn't something that gave +1 to pressure, though. I mean, without doing a minus to depressed. Oh, but it doesn't matter. We were going to the treasury anyways. Thank God I remember that. You overwhelmed the guards with facts and figures, explaining that you need treasury access to adjust the royal budget, which may affect their pay packets as well as the taxes assessed on their friends and family. They stand aside. That would be pretty damn scary. The glitter is dazzling, but some sixth sense draws you towards one little locked box in particular. This is what you need. This is the crystal that will make you a lumen. You tuck the box into your pocket. You can now show it to your mentor later and get instructions on what to do next. Awesome sauce! Now we can start training as a lumen, and I think we're going to be doing that a bit earlier than we did in the past. Yeah! I don't think we obtained our lumen skills until after that big ball that happened. I might be remembering that a little bit wrong, but maybe. Really sad that we can't put some points into public speaking, or like court manners, or composure, or presence, since we're about to be going out into public. But honestly, I might want to put some points into dance? Because, I mean, I might want to keep it at like 50 for when that ball does happen, or at least high enough so we probably won't fail those immediately. Because those checks, while they did seem irrelevant then, they probably did have some sort of importance. But then again, like, history is so important, intrigue is so important, the medicine stuff is so important as well. Like, obviously we already failed that Herbs and Battlefield one once, so I don't know. I don't think we're quite to the point where we need military strategy. And I think at this point we can put, like, accounting, trade, and production aside. Maybe we could keep on working on those later, but I think it's perfectly fine to wait. So let's actually do a little bit of dance. I don't know when the ball, I don't know what week the ball happens, which is actually something that I really wish I knew right now. But, because then obviously I could prepare better for it and make sure I'm not just gonna be wasting points right here. But we'll go ahead and stick with this for now. Dogs all the way up to 59, nice. 40, you practice working with trained dogs in a small area, telling them to stay, search, and fetch. You choose a young puppy and begin raising him to respond to you over all others. 10. You practice curtsying, standing, and walking across the floor in a graceful manner. Oh, hooray. Today is the procession and planting for the Festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people will recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there's no recovery. I think actually in this situation I would prefer to stay inside, because we don't have too many things in the way of making me feel well defended, because like our agility, our reflexes are so low, we don't really have any skills in weapons. So honestly, actually, for future reference, maybe it actually would be a good time to start putting some points into weapons as well. But I think I would rather not go, because we also have barely any skills in our royal demeanor stuff. So I'm pretty sure if we do go, we'll just make a bad impression. So better to stay and stay safe than get some kind of negative, you know? So let's stay. No, I guess I'd rather stay here. You watch the procession from your tower window, feeling safe but lonely. Suddenly you hear someone moving around inside your room. You turn in surprise, but it's only the maid. That was really scary when I first started reading that. I thought that might be really, really bad, like an assassin. It's Alice! My lady, what are you? Should you not be in the procession? Oh, Faith failed. Skipping a major festival. Is everyone wondering about me? Yell at her and confess your fears. Well, I mean, like, who knows, maybe she's evil. Alice is actually evil, and confessing our fears will cause bad things for us. But I don't want to yell at her for being concerned for us, so let's just confess our fears. I can't go outside. There might be assassins. Oh. Oh. Alright, Juliana. Make me a lumen. I got it! What do I do now? Pick up the crystal with your bare hands, press it against your chest, over your heart, and say, illuminate! Let's go ahead and do this thing. Okay, here we go! Illuminate! By the power of Grayskull! Ooh! I shall defeat all evil, and that means you, or whatever the hell Sailor Moon says. My sisters are big into Sailor Moon, but I never really watched too much of it. It's a pretty cool show, though, from what I understand. You feel dizzy, and both larger and lighter than you were before. The crystal has disappeared from view, but you know where it went, where it is. Wow! The priestess here is a friend of mine. I will come to your lessons in the faith and train you to use your powers. Awesome, thank you a lot, Juliana. As always, you are very well in assisting me. So let's see, we're still depressed, which is frickin' depressing. At least, whoa, everything balanced out really not. Wait a minute. Does going to the service reduce everything then? No, it just said -1 depressed. Oh, we got lonely increased. Yeah, we got lonely increased and something else, but I forget what it was. So we just got a lot of things moved last time. So sucky that we're still depressed though, but we'll be able to change that for the next day by just attending a service once again, so that'll be nice. And honestly, that actually might have worked for the best, all in all, because once we go ahead and go to attend that service to bring depressed around and have a little bit of pressured work, that means after that we could pretty easily change it to whatever else we would want to be working on. So that actually probably was a really good series of mood changers that happened to us right there, or through that day, and all that jazz. So let's see. Still not gonna work on expression. I don't think expression will be all that important for now. So let's actually go ahead and do another day of dance and start working on our lumen skills. We'll do sense magic, because I think that is definitely the most important one for right off the bat. So agility, dance. The nice thing about me working on dance too is that actually will make me want to work on flexibility and reflexes once again, because I could see both of those being crucial in a life or death situation, so I might want to work on those again. 20. You practice walking on the arm of a partner and following their cues to pause and turn while keeping your eyes closed. You close your eyes and learn to feel the magic inside you. That's a really simple one. Are you ready for the grand ball? Crap. That got here earlier than I wanted. I'm pretty sure the dance is not going to help us too much, but we'll still take the time to use it tomorrow. It'll be over 25, so hopefully it will at least get a partial success, but last time I believe we got a partial success when it was over 50. I think it was over 50, so basically I don't have too much hope, or I won't be holding out too much hope for that. All the nobles in the domain are here to see you, to see their queen. You finish dressing and oh crap, it's right now. God damn it, Pops, why don't you warn me? I think I had made this same exact mistake last time. You finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. What I really hope then is that our sense magic is high enough. It almost certainly isn't, but I remember that there was a sense magic check at the end of this ball. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. Oh no! That's a lot of failures! Seeing yourself reflected in so many eyes makes you want to run away and hide. After a moment, you force yourself to carry on, but you're sure they've already seen you hesitate. Your father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. The first dance is for us. He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad. After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kagall alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age. You look around the room at all your possible partners, which is to say, everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You could pick whoever you want, and you will not be denied. Oh no, intrigue plus court manners failed as well. We didn't have any points in intrigue though, so that makes sense. Let's go ahead and select someone about my age again? Yeah, someone about our age. You approach Linley, the second son of the Duke of Kagall. He's about 2 years older than you, and he was always nice to you at school. He bows to you with great courtesy, and you begin to dance. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him, knew his steps like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Dance failed. No big surprise there, though. Unfortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do when and trip over your own feet. Oops. Between the dances, there is time for the guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bits of, exquisite food. This is just a whole grand ball of failed events now, isn't it? During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail, against a wine glass, letting the clear note ring out through the room. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her words of wisdom guide us through our difficulties. Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There's Gwinnell, for instance, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you and due to finally inherent control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lilla, and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. Almost said battlefields. No Bryony. She had said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here, dancing together. The Duke consults clutching his Duchess possessively tight. Strange that there's no sign of your cousin, though. Shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. No! It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? That is rough. That was a really, really rough occasion. Looks like attending service does actually only -1 to depressed, which is a bit unfortunate, but does explain why I've only seen it as -depressed. Let's see, what do we want to do then? Honestly, we could just do another -1 depressed, but I wish you could do nothing in a day, but obviously that wouldn't make too much sense. Let's go ahead and I want to keep yielding where it is because I didn't like the things that came with willful. Is there something that would just make us cheerful? +1 yielding, +1 lonely, +1 cheerful. That would make me depressed again. Oh no, it wouldn't, because that would bring that to cheerful. Wait, but would that make me, that would make me yielding instead, and that's something that I don't want right now. So let's actually just attend the service. Keep it simple, keep it safe. Is she constipated? What a weird face for being pressured. Looks like she's trying to take a dump. It's really weird. Or hold it in. I don't know what to say about that. That's pretty bizarre. So what are we gonna do for this next day? Probably go ahead and keep up with our lumen skills and, what gets bonuses? Really? Conversation still has a negative. What has bonuses then? Faith? So I don't want to be pressured anymore. Faith and athletics. Wow, I hate pressured. Pressured sucks. We're gonna try to get out of this as soon as possible. Luckily, that actually won't be as easy as I thought. I was gonna say, luckily that'd be easy because attending the service would give us +2 to yielding. But it also gives, I mean, not attend service, attend court would give us +2 to yielding, but that also gives us +1 to pressed. I mean, pressured. I suppose it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to spend another day feeling very pressured, though, because I guess that just means we could keep on working on some of the kind of, on our regular stuff, or stuff that we've already worked on before. Like, we could keep military going, maybe put a bit more into economics, medicine, intrigue, or get that weaponry started. I think I would like to get those done, because I haven't seen a single check for those the whole time. So I would have to presume that they've got a very late game, very important check or something like that. Probably someone who would try to kill us or with some sort of weaponry. So, yeah, should definitely be very, very cautious of the future and maybe put some points into that. We'll see what we do, though. We could always double over into the lumen skills, but I don't know. I'm sure I'll make up my mind in the next video when we start that. But yeah, anyways, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.